Welcome to another edition of the FGA Report. I am your host, Brian Smith, and I am joined by a couple of the top performers from the Atlanta Under Armour Combine, Ahmari Borden and Keyon Brown, as well as Harrison Smith, the director of the 7-on-7 program Tide Action, who coaches both these young men. Thank you, everyone, for coming on the show tonight. I appreciate it. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Doing good, man. Glad to be here.
All right. We had some crappy weather yesterday in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is what it is. I know that you guys still came out and competed, and I know Tom Luganbill was talking about that. We had great weather last week in Miami, and we had a ton more kids not show up. That makes no sense. So hats off to the kids, North Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. We had kids, North Carolina come, and some of the kids who lived in South Florida didn't show up. It's just really aggravating. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what the deal is with that. It's bizarre. But real quick, I want to introduce these two guys and kind of who they are and everything. Keyon is at Rickards High School, 6'3", 190. Ahmari, what's your current weight? I don't remember last time I asked you what you weighed. How much you weigh right now, man?
188, 190-ish, around that area.
You guys are almost identical then. You're about 6'3", 6'4", I would say, if I was to guess. So
yes, sir.
You guys are pretty much the same. You're just outside Tally at Monroe Day School. The first point, and I always make this about kids regarding the state of Florida, there's different geographic regions. From Miami to Pensacola is about a 10-hour drive, and they live in the Panhandle, and it is nowhere near as heavily recruited, and I'm being very conservative with that statement. I am very confident that if either one of them lived where I do in Tampa, that their offer sheet would look immensely different. That being stated, Florida State and several different schools are recruiting both of them. But my first statement is both of them are good enough to play in any conference in the country. People can watch the film for themselves, but both of them are going to end up at major programs because they've earned it. Keyon, I want to start with you. What do you think of Under Armour in general, man? Like, were you surprised by the level of talent or not, underwhelmed? What do you think about Under Armour and the DBs you went against in one-on-ones?
To be honest, it was some good DBs, but in my head, I don't think nobody can guard me.
Well, you were one of the best guys there. The film doesn't lie. You made a couple. I'm sure you saw that clip that John Garcia put up. You made the guy look pretty bad. Not many 6'3" guys make guys miss like that in the open space. He was about 5 yards from you when you got the ball. That was pretty funny. I think you're going to end up with 20 or 30 offers when it's all said and done. So good for you to come out and compete, man. You played excellent. You were one of the top 5 players there, regardless of position. Ahmari, same question to you. What do you think of the defensive backs and everybody you competed against? You know, in the drills and stuff too.
Yes, sir. Overall, I really liked it. I learned a lot, got better from it. I saw some pretty good talent on both sides of the ball, out of the slots, wide outs, DBs. Overall, I think the camp just helped us all get better and get more exposure. I really liked it. I enjoyed it.
Okay. So the weather didn't bother either one of you guys? I mean, it was cold. I mean,
nah, as an athlete, you gotta be on go no matter the weather. You can't make excuses.
Absolutely. What about you, Keyon? What do you think?
Exactly what he said.
Yeah, some of those kids that didn't show up, that's on them, man. So
yeah, that's a major miss. You can't miss those type of things.
No. I mean, Atlanta Under Armour is the best event of the year, usually. And yesterday was proof of that. The talent there at every position was pretty darn high. Harrison, obviously you know both these guys. You can speak to their character quite a bit. What do you think about Keyon and Ahmari as far as not only on the field but off the field?
I think these guys are very similar to each other in a lot of ways as far as height, weight, skill ability, and the ability to adapt to, what environment that they're in. They both offer things that I think colleges would like. Of course, Ahmari's skill set is similar to Keyon. They both can run very well. In fact, the GPS that they had on one of them was 21.88 miles per hour. The other one was 21.66, depending on what was going on that day. I think that both guys, do a great job of high pointing the ball. Keyon gonna make more people look at him because he's gonna do some stuff off the line and make some people miss his space.
Yeah.
Ahmari gonna make you miss space, but he's gonna be quiet about it. Like he's gonna be subtle about whatever it is. So he's like the silent killer. And Keyon to me is like the guy that's gonna let you know what he's gonna do to you and try to do it to you. I mean,
There
he's
you go.
done Keon's done a great job modeling a lot of stuff that Ahmari's doing as far as, conversating, understanding how to be approachable. When our reporters are there at these events, if you don't look like you're approachable, they're not gonna want to talk to you at all.
Oh, that's
So
true.
Amari's been
Very true.
in a situation where he's been able to get people to approach him, and I thought that's helped him a lot. And I think that Keyon is learning a lot about how recruiting goes and a lot of the things that go on with recruiting. But they both have done a tremendous job, telling the other young kids that are with us and some of the older kids how to be recruited and,
Sure.
just how to handle business. So I'm proud of both of them, just being good leaders on and off the field. They continue to, to know who to contact. They make sure that you see what they have going on. And it's hard not to get them to compete at a high level. And I see a lot of growth and maturity in both of them.
That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear.
Appreciate that, Coach.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
true.
Question for both Ahmari and Keyon. The recruiting process. Whoever wants to jump in first, feel free. Is it what you expected it was going to be? Or
I'll speak on this first. It totally was not what I expected. It was a big learning curve. It was a lot of ups and downs, excitement moments, sad moments. It's just a major process you have to go through and learn day by day, day in, day out. It's just different, very different than what I expected.
I tell kids that a lot because it's not easy to be in a situation where there's nothing else like recruiting. There's no playbook. I mean, I've been around it for 30 years. I can't explain it to somebody.
Yeah, and what my mom always tells me, she's like, don't stress it too much. She tells my dad that just stay humble and keep working, keep grinding. Always keep a growth mindset.
Oh, that's very accurate. I think I lost Keyon. I think his phone died. I'll just on
and better.
His battery died. But here's the thing that's interesting. Again, you're in the Panhandle. You're just west of Tallahassee, where you're going to high school. It's different.
Yes, sir.
It's not like it's a major airport. Tallahassee's kind of a mid-sized airport.
Yes, sir.
And for whatever reason, it just doesn't. Oh, there's Keyon. It's just weird that a lot of guys don't go in and check that area out because per capita, Tallahassee's about as good as we have in the state. It's not as big as Tampa, Orlando, or Miami. I get it, but
Yes,
still, there's a lot of kids. So, Keyon, the question for you: has recruiting been what you expected, or was it a lot different once your recruitment started picking up? Was it different than what you expected it to be?
Yes, sir. I never thought that I would be able to go to college to play football because Tallahassee get looked over a lot. Many people don't go to, well, I ain't gonna say many, but there's only a few people from Tallahassee who go to college to play football.
Yeah, it's surprising. But I think that's why it's good that Under Armour and different events have kids like from these small schools. I mean, there are schools that are 1 and 2A that get kids to Under Armour, and you compete against some of them that you probably don't even know it. So that's good. Did the exposure to some of these other kids, did you learn anything from them? Did either one of you talk to anybody about recruiting or anything, or no?
I didn't really talk too much, but I spoke with some of the guys. I seen they were highly ranked as well. Just a couple of them, I heard them. They've been invited to the games, like the future games and stuff like that in Under Armour. So I seen some people that I noticed online. They're highly recruited, stuff like that.
Okay. Keyon, did you talk to anybody about your recruitment or anybody else's, or no?
I was talking to the quarterbacks mainly, but I was asking what grade they was in. But every quarterback I talked to, they was like younger than me or a class up under me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of 8th graders, I think, that was there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a young quarterback group. I don't know why that is, but there were quite a few young kids there. It's pretty unique.
Yeah. They're pretty talented too, though.
Oh yeah. There's some guys that could definitely spin.
They definitely deserve to be there. Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
can tell.
As far as recruiting goes, I'll start with you, Ahmari. what's your situation in terms of like who do you want to hear from? I mean, I know you got some offers. If you want to list them, that's fine. But who do you want to hear from in addition to what you got going on right now?
I don't really have my mindset on any particular school. Like I said, I'm always open to any opportunity. I never want to exclude anybody. So
Yeah.
I just want to keep it open with any school. Like I'm not just going to shut it down for one particular school. I just want to keep all lines of communication open.
That's fair. Keyon, same question for you. Is there anybody that you would like to hear from or anything that you would like to get in terms of an offer?
No, sir. Like Ahmari said, I'm open to all schools. I don't really want to know what school I want to go to because I don't know like what the contract is and things like that. So I don't have a top 5, top 10 on nothing. I'm open to all schools.
Okay, that's fair. Both of you are kind of looking at your options, I know, in the next month or two, but you both were really good at Under Armour, and both of you have offers. Do either one of you care if your recruitment drags out past the summer? Like June is when most kids take their official visits. That's just kind of how it works. Do you care if it goes beyond the month of June in terms of making a final decision?
Uh,
Uh,
yes, sir. I wouldn't really mind if it does because I'm still in 11th grade. I have time. I don't never want to rush it. So yeah, I'm not really too pressed on if it just drags on out.
Okay. What about you, Keon?
no, I can wait. Like I don't have to rush.
Okay.
But it's my
Uh,
last year, so I got
yeah.
enough time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still got time to build those relationships and keep that communication open.
Does distance from home matter to either one of you, or does it matter at all?
No, sir.
Uh,
It doesn't really matter for me.
uh, no, sir. Like I don't know. It don't matter though. I'm an athlete. I play everything.
Okay. That's fair. Last question. I'll pose this to Harrison. Would you be afraid to send either one of these kids
Go
anywhere in the country to compete, whether it's
No,
Pac-12, SEC,
get my
whatever it may be?
That was fast.
no, that's a quick note. I wouldn't be scared to send them anywhere. The kids have shown, day in and day out, week in, week out, the ability to adapt to environments, and play with kids, and against kids. Ultimately, you probably understand that we don't practice 7-on-7 because the area is so spread out.
No way to do it.
There's no way
Yeah.
to practice. So
Yeah.
when you see us competing for championships, the
It's
kids
just that
practice.
day.
Yeah, it's the kids are practicing while they're playing. So the quarterbacks to me got the hardest job, and the
Oh, it's
receivers.
ridiculous.
Yeah, but the receivers also know that the quarterback just supposed to put the ball where where this route says I'm supposed to go at. So it takes a lot of discipline just to run the route. That's on that card. But from what I've seen with these kids, man, they won't be with me if I ain't think they can play everywhere. Because the friends that I have in this business and the contacts and relationship that I've created, the opportunity to go anywhere is always there. And most of the kids on this team, they want to go to college and play football, and they want to be able to have the ability to go wherever is affordable. That they can go and visit. Some of them, are not, fortunate as other people.
Sure.
So any opportunity they have, they're trying to grab hold to it. I grew up in a town that was less than 200 people. If you told me you was gonna take me to college in the backside of a desert, I was gonna go because it gave me an opportunity to go do something to better my whole entire family and to achieve something that a lot of kids dream of. That's playing college football and the opportunity, if it's there, to go play in NFL. So
Absolutely.
Ahmari is a smart kid. So he got 4.1 GPA. He's been offered by Stanford University over in California. So
Yes, sir.
he has the ability to adapt to any environment. I don't know, for some reason he don't get cold. We was
Yeah,
in
man.
Atlanta and he wanted to
That's
wear shorts.
class.
Hey, I said, listen,
Oh,
bring
no.
no man, this man don't get cold,
In a
man.
football game, I don't wear sleeves ever. It could be 32 raining, 27 raining. I
He don't
don't
get
wear
cold,
sleeves.
man. He don't get cold for some reason. I don't know what this
That's
kid
great.
he must be half reptile or something, man. I seen us playing a tournament last year in Myrtle Beach. he catch the ball, sliding, catching the ball with his hand behind his head in the mud. It don't bother him. For me, hey, it was raining up there. I said, man, we're gonna check this stuff out and get back in this car because it's raining outside. Hey, the kids was out here and nothing I was saying, man. And it worked out pretty good. You know, I was saying in my head, man, it's kind of chilly out here. But Ahmari, man, he's done an excellent job. His parents, you have well equipped him for.
Oh yeah, they're big support. That's a major part. My parents played a big role.
Yeah, they well equipped him for everything, you know, that can come up. And he's done a great job adapting, you know, to environments. So very proud of the kid because when he still have a house ceiling to go because he's still learning how to play certain positions.
Yes, sir.
So he's done a good job. And Brian, as I told you in the past, your ability to help these young men be seen across the country is phenomenal, man. It's unbelievable to be on a platform such as yours that is seen by people from across the country.
Yeah, this seems unreal.
So I applaud you for what you're doing and allowing us to have this, you know, this platform. It's a lot of guys that have 7-on-7 teams, but then there are guys that have 7-on-7 programs. And for you allowing, you know, myself that's been doing this for 2 decades, I never really had someone, you know, say, hey, look, I see what you're doing. I want to interview your kids and put them on a podcast. So it means a lot to me to see these guys have the ability, you know, to even know how to talk to the general public, but it's tougher to get onto a podcast and speak to somebody not knowing what a question may be.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons you do it, because once they get to college, that hot chick on the sideline with the microphone, she's going to walk up to Ahmari. She's not going to know much about. Oh no, and it's going to be from 2 inches. You will be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Period.
And I would give a shout out to Toastmasters. When I was younger, I worked in the bank. And
I heard this one before.
Yeah, I heard this thing called Toastmasters, and they would just have you come on and do something, and you couldn't say you couldn't say and. So those things were
that's crazy,
pivotal to what we're doing. Look like Jordan is done with his Spanish class.
What's going on, Jordan? How you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, doing well, man. Doing well. I might as well just ask you. We were going to wrap up, but since you're here, man, I got to ask the question. What did you think of the competition at Under Armour? Is it what you expected, or is it something a little bit different than what you expected up in Atlanta?
It was what I expected. There's a lot of good players in Georgia.
Oh yeah,
most definitely.
And I was just glad to be there to compete versus them and just get better.
Well, you're committed to Florida State, but you still went up there to compete. That tells me that you actually care about just getting better, which is the number one thing. This is a combine against really good football players. Getting better is the objective each and every day. So good for you for doing that. You didn't have to go up because technically your college is already knocked out. But
yes, sir.
Not every kid in Bluntstown is getting out of Bluntstown, as you know.
Yes, sir.
So that's cool. What'd you weigh in at up there? Do you know, or about where you weigh right now?
174. That's what I weighed at.
Are you going to play free safety for the Noles, or do you even know what spot you're going to play?
I really don't know right now, but I'm hoping to play safety.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know if you had any goals to play offense or defense or what it was you wanted to do, because I know you're a very athletic kid. So.
Yes, sir.
Jordan, how tall were you up there?
I didn't know that. Like, they didn't tell me that.
Yeah, they don't hand out a lot of info.
Yeah, they don't.
I should have been in there to see what it was. I kind of stepped out. What was your height before? 6'2"?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
You're perfect for free safety.
Yeah. And he's only 10th grade, so it's going to be interesting to see him and Cam Davis and even Luke Cromahall, who's not on here right now. But it'll be interesting to see how these kids turn out that are only they're only in 10th grade going to 11th grade.
I know.
Unbelievable.
It is.
Unbelievable, talented kids. Sometimes I forget that Pride is a defensive guy because he got selected for All-State on offense.
Did they put you at quarterback to run any Wildcat or anything last year?
No, sir.
I'm surprised.
Me too.
One A level. I mean, you guys were one A, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Brian, do you know what Bluntstown is?
Yeah, it's just west of Tallahassee.
Okay, I didn't know if you know where it was, man.
Oh yeah, I looked it up because I'd been there before, like just stopping off driving I-10. And I'm like, I know where this is at. I looked it up. I'm like, okay, now I know why.
You don't know where Attapulgos, Georgia is?
You know, it's close to Bainbridge.
Oh, wow.
He knows.
What about Foulstown, Georgia?
That one, you've mentioned it to me before, but I don't know where that's
Oh, you
at.
got good memory too, man. All right, yeah, it's close to that too. So it's
Right.
crazy. Ahmari daddy went to the same high school I went to,
Yeah.
and he's from a little town called McCrayville that is on the Georgia-Florida line near Havana, Florida.
I don't think you can consider that a town. It's just like it's a gas
Oh, man, your
station
daddy gonna
called
be like,
Bishop.
"Yeah,
I know he's gonna be mad, but yeah, that's
Hey,
Hey, so
it is what it is.
Bluntstown is not a town either. Huh? It should be called just Blunt.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Do you guys even have like a grocery store in Bluntstown, Jordan?
We got like one. It ain't
What
that
if it-
big though.
What
Dollar
is it?
General.
It's called the Cash Ramsey Savings.
No.
yeah, I ain't got no
That's
like
not-
Piggly
That
Wiggly.
ain't no, that ain't no grocery
Yeah,
store.
that's a Piggly Wiggly. Well, it was the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
Publix,
okay.
Piggly Wiggly, nothing like that. It's not what they get. No.
Well, hey Brian, I can tell you this. It's a true story. I stayed in the area. It was about 7 miles from Bainbridge, Georgia.
Yeah.
One side of my yard was Foulstown, the other side was Attapulgos. Literally, we stayed on the county line of two cities. Like one side of my yard was Attapulgos, and then the mailbox said Attapulgos, but the sign in front of my house said Foulstown. Literally, the sign was in the front
That's
yard.
just weird, man.
It is. But you know, we play football with something called coca bugs. It's the pine cones. Because when we ain't had no football, we played with a pine cone. And if you ran out of bounds, you ran into a sticker briar. So everybody from where I'm from was tough as heck.
You better be.
You get tackled and you might get it with some glass or a trash pile. So that's the country life that affords you to be tough when you go play football.
Yeah.
And you know, some of these areas that got turf on the field
Yeah.
and some nice grass that people water every day.
Well, the field you guys were on there at Denmark High School was definitely pretty cool. That field was nice.
I'm about to say.
It's well taken care of.
I'm
Yeah.
about to say.
Yeah, they got booster money there. That coach, they gave him a house.
Oh,
Wow.
It's different in Georgia.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That's what I heard anyway. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
The football is different. Yeah.
the football was way different.
But good for them. Hell, I'd go there too. They're gonna
The
give
schools are like
Way
mini
nicer.
colleges.
Yeah.
They're like mini colleges.
Yeah, because everything brick and they got cash in North Atlanta. They got cash.
Yeah.
Jordan, real quick, I know you're committed to Florida State, but are you going to go out and visit any of the schools, or are you just done with the Knowles?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go visit out school just to get through like the whole recruitment process.
Okay. Well, I know that you're going to get offers. Obviously, you're pretty well blessed physically. I certainly didn't get your physique. I got cheated. But it's just part of it. Yeah, it is what it is. But I think that you got a lot of upside. It's just that you're lucky that being at Bluntstown, you have any offers, let alone Florida State. You know, it's right down the road. Not many people kicking it in Bluntstown. So they ain't stopping at that. It's like, what's that? We keeping going, So that's cool.
Hey,
Well, guys.
So Brian, I want to say this too. I think playing in a 7-on-7 organization with kids from different cities, not really knowing each other, puts these kids actually at an advantage when they go to college because they're gonna meet guys they never seen before.
Well, that's exactly what college is, 100%.
Yeah.
So going to football camp for them is similar to coming to 7-on-7 because we don't practice, so you don't know if the quarterback gonna put the ball where it's supposed to be at.
That's
All
true.
you're doing is what the route, the route tree telling you to go at, and that defense, they tell you play zone to man, and then you start to fill out, where you should be and what you should not be doing as the game go forward. So the advantage of actually living in the rural area now has been productive because when we go to football camp, you don't really know the kids that you're playing with. And then I think I do a decent enough job needling into them So when they get in front of these coaches that are screaming and holler at them, it don't bother them none because they
not
don't hurt me.
phased.
Yeah,
We're not phased. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, so I'm not. So on their football team, they typically are the best kids on their team. And with a 7-on-7 team organization, not just a team, all of them good to me. So I found something wrong with everybody. Even if they do it perfect, I found something wrong with them.
We can win the tournament. He's still gonna call us all out.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of it, man.
That's true. That's great coaching.
That's cool, man. Well, last point here. The people that watch this out there that are college coaches, and I know some of you watch it, you need to recruit the Panhandle and South Georgia and South Alabama and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
There are good football players there. So Florida State doesn't just randomly offer kids, and Louisville doesn't just randomly offer kids, etc. There's a reason. So you guys all hang tight here real quick, but everybody out there, please hit the like and subscribe button and then hit the notification button. Going to be talking recruiting and a lot of different players coming up here pretty soon on the FGA report. Everybody have a great night. Thank you very much.